You're welcome back to my channel. This is Faith in 5 with the Secure. On today's episode, we're going to be focusing on James chapter 5, verses 13 to 15. It says, is there anyone sick among you? Is there anyone suffering? Is there anyone hurting? Let him pray. And it also says, is there anyone that is happy? Let them sing praises to God. Now, verse 15 is actually where the Holy Spirit laid it in my heart to talk about. It says, the prayer of faith. If anybody is sick, if anybody is going through any challenge, if you're going through any problem, if anyone is confused, if anyone is having a bad report, they say, let him pray. That's an instruction. But what really makes me to, what the Holy Spirit opened my eyes to is the part where it says, the prayer of the faith shall heal him. The prayer of the faith. And then it has an addition, which is that when you pray that prayer of faith, not only will that sickness be healed, but also if the person has any sin, it says God will forgive him. The sins will be forgiven. Do you see that? Prayer of faith. What is faith? When you totally believe in God, even though everything that you're saying doesn't seem like it, but you totally believe. You totally believe. Trust me, when I say you totally believe, it doesn't mean that sometimes in that process you may not have a little tiny doubt. But the fact that you keep going, that's the faith. The fact that you keep going at it. I remember once upon a time when I traveled to the UK to visit my sister, and my leg became, all of a sudden my feet was swollen, like really swollen, and it was like so inflamed, like it was gonna burst, and it had blood in it, so I could not stand on my feet. It became so then after a while my leg started peeling. It became so severe one day that my sister had to rush me to the ER. When we got there, they did some tests. Before the test, they said it could be it could be kidney disease, it could be heart problem, or maybe I was pregnant. Obviously, I trust my family. I'm sure she heard the pregnant part. She didn't hear the kidney part and the heart part. So, and in my heart, silently, I just said, I cancel it. Fast forward, the test came out, and it was none of the three. It was either of the three. So, doctors will not always admit that they don't know everything. So they placed me on a very high ibuprofen to apply, like a gel to apply on the feet, and they asked me not to walk, not to do anything. Okay, so now when I go to the UK, I go to do some courses, and anyone that needs my beauty services, of course, I'm happy to render it, So, but here was I in the house, just laying on the bed, not doing anything. A tiny part of me was happy. I'm like, I'm not going to help my sister to hoover the house and arrange and do some of those, when family goes to visit, how we are just so excited. But one day, the Holy Spirit said to me, what you allow will be allowed. What you disallow will be disallowed. And by faith, I said to myself, I'm going to stand on this leg. I said, I'm going to stand up from this bed. Because what the enemy is going to take from me is much more than me not hoovering the house or cleaning or helping out with the chores. And by faith, I stood up and I began to walk. And guess what? The thing burst. When it burst and my feet was healed, like it never happened, and I carried on with everything that I was doing. Now, what is that sickness? What is that thing that has held you bound, that has placed you in one place? Today, I want you to stand up. I want you to sit up by faith. The Bible said the prayer of faith shall heal the sick. Prayer of faith. Please go and read James chapter 5, verses 13 to 15. And I pray that may God bless you as you take this step of faith. And whatever sin that you might have committed, just know that God is going to heal you. Have a beautiful day and see you again next week. Like and share. Bye.